Hey everybody, welcome to Halfbeard's Hud's Heads Up. Today we're taking a look at Shadowrun Chronicles Boston Lockdown. We looked at this game back when it was in early access, and when it was known as Shadowrun Online, but, you know, it's since changed its name, and it's come out fully, so we're going to take just a real quick second look at it. I'm going to jump right into a mission here that I've already set up, and go into it. So, you know, as it was called Shadowrun Online, it obviously had a multiplayer focus, and still does. You can invite other players to join you on these missions. Supposedly when you do that, everyone's turns happen at once, and it's very seamless and fluid and whatever. I haven't seen it, I don't play multiplayer. But you can also bring in NPC henchmen. Most of these are just procedurally generated by the game, I think. And then there's also, find them down here at the bottom. There we are. Player characters. These are other people's characters that you can use, bring on missions, use them like NPCs. As far as I know, it doesn't provide any benefits to the people who those characters originate from, but, you know, it's a note that you can do that. It's kind of cool that that's something you can do. We're going to bring this guy who I don't think is from a player character. TikTok. He's got a robot to help him out, and he should be decent. So let's get into it. Our goal is to go into a corporate base and plant some evidence. The basic story here is that you are a new Shadowrunner in the Boston Underground, just trying to establish yourself, and then some ganger and corporate stuff gets started up pretty quick. You get these little dialogue exchanges every now and again between you and your handler. Everyone's got kind of passable Boston accents, I guess. Well,
So at least I don't have to.
Alright, so we're gonna skip a lot of that story stuff. The story's not fantastic. It's not quite as, it's not quite as hard-boiled and interesting as a lot of the stuff in Shadowrun Returns was, which, granted, different company. That's Harebrained Schemes. I don't remember the name of this developer offhand, but they're made by different companies, just same license. Regardless, this is, I find it's not quite as, it's got a really good atmosphere. It feels a lot like the actual world of Shadowrun, like they've done a good job with that, but it does generally feel a lot less, just hard-boiled. A lot less generally. Oh, that's not what I wanted you to do, TikTok. Crap. Alright. Move him back. As you can see, it is the standard kind of XCOM style combat. You got 2 turns, 1 to move, 1 to attack. You can move twice, etc., etc. Not that interesting. But whatever. You take what you can get. It works well enough. It's just, we've seen a lot of this kind of game recently. We've seen an absurd amount of this kind of game. And it's easy to get just a little bit tired of it. So we're gonna make one of these Renraku intruders. That's this guy's specialty. He makes robots. He makes robots, and the robots attack for him. It's very handy. This guy's going to attack this thing. He missed. Sucks. Oh well. I'm gonna have this guy reload his weapon and use his shot to kill that guy, or miss like an idiot. I'm gonna tag this turret. Basically makes it so that everybody who's trying to hit it will have a better chance of hitting it and do extra damage. Like that, kill that turret. Because this guy doesn't shoot that much damage, and everybody else has got a decent amount of health, so I'm not too worried. But now he's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we can move forward. Very, very simple gameplay. It does the job, mind you, but it's not very complex. Like Shadowrun Returns, I'm going to keep referencing it, because, you know, same license. It's clearly the reference point. Shadowrun Returns was in itself a very simplified version of the Shadowrun system, and this is even more so than that simplified. For better or for worse. It's definitely kind of a bummer at points to see just how slimmed down this really is, comparatively. I mean, this doesn't have, just like Shadowrun Returns, it doesn't have the Astral Realm, which is a pity, because there's so many cool things you can do with the Astral Realm in terms of, like, the actual strategy within real Shadowrun, but it's understandable because it'd be a really hard thing to evoke in a video game. But it's also missing out on things like some of the deeper Matrix stuff you can hack, but you don't actually go into the Matrix and do anything with it. You kind of just there. Similarly, you're not really doing anything super exciting with the rigging beyond just like summoning out bots. It's something of a bummer. Grab that. Him over here. That said, I mean, the fact that it's online kind of makes up for that. I mean, if you are desperately wanting some sort of Shadowrun multiplayer experience, a Shadowrun MMO, This is the closest you're gonna get, for better or for worse. So, you know, take that as you will. Okay, grab this thing. Latex gloves. Those are cosmetic items. You'll be picking up cosmetic items as well as, you know, weapons and stuff throughout the game. Which is nice. It's nice that they give you the option to pick up all that stuff. Tag this enemy. You can tag through walls if you got a hacker character or a rigger character. Tagging is, of course, very useful. It's good to have a nice variety of guys on your side when you're doing this. Put him there. And hope I don't fucking die. I missed like a chump. That guy threw a stun grenade in a way that should have hit him as well, but we're not going to talk about that, I guess. Alright. And he has hit that fire extinguisher as well, somehow. So, can I do anything? I've been stunned, which means I get the single turn. Or actually, does that mean I can't attack at all? That's a real bummer. Okay, I have this guy tag this enemy. And have my Renraku intruder just to try to kill him. Hey, look at that. One shot. What I'm talking about. Slag is taking the hits. That's okay, he's got a med kit on hand. He'll be alright if things go bad. Reload that up. Go hide behind the bar over here. Have this guy tag this enemy. Then have my Renraku intruder go over here. I don't care if this little robot takes damage. It's a robot. Its life is forfeit. So, whatever. And then I'm going to have Slag switch to his sword, which is actually his main weapon. The shotgun has just been useful because we're fighting lots and lots of guys with guns. Have him dash over here and slice this guy up. And then have this guy tag him. Again. Marking guys just improves the crit chance. I don't think it actually does any damage. It can if you're using a hacker, it will do some minor damage. Well, I think Slag's about to get hit. Oh no, he decided to attack the robot. That was dumb of him. Because Slag's right here, he's just going to keep hitting on him. Just going to keep banging the sword against him. Losing the temper on the blade. There we go. Dead robots. Everybody's happy. So now we're going to move forward some more. Have Slag grab what is over in here. High boots. I don't really care for high boots, but that's okay. Continue to move, my dudes. Yeah, combat kind of moves like this. Again, very simple system. There's not really a ton to talk about here in the gameplay. It's not a very complex game. So, take that as you will. Okay, I'm going to have him hide back here. Have my Renraku intruder hit on the corner over there. Alright. And interact. See what's over here. That's where we're supposed to go. Though I know for a fact we're going to get some story intrigue in a second. Once we get our guys in here. It's going to be very exciting, I promise. Get to see some real Shadowrun shit. Come on. There we go. Dragons! Dragons are the big bads of the Shadowrun world. They run corporations and religions and shit, and have possessed more or less infinite power, and are just the shit. Oh god, Boston!
Did you see anything?
The Boston accents again. They are fair to passable. They can get a little good at points. Anyways, yo, there's Dragon here. We need to get the fuck out of here, because dragons are super bad. Dragons will wreck your shit. That's kind of their whole deal. So, Slag is going to go hide behind this wall, like a wuss. Get his single-shot shotgun out, and shoot this guy in the face. This guy is going to go hang out behind this wall. And my Renraku intruder is going to draw cover fire by hanging out over here. And let's see if I can use his big, stupid blast attack. No, these guys are not close enough. Hopefully they will eventually get close enough. And we're just going to hope not to die here. We got to get to that maintenance hatch to get the hell out of here and not, you know, be dead. Mark that guy. There's a nice little bonus. Oh no, my intruder's dead. That's a real problem. Except maybe I can probably summon up another one without too much trouble. Nope, never mind. Cool down. We're fucked. I can still tag guys, though. Like this guy's tagged. Tag him again. Increase the crit chance, so Slag's got a wicked high crit chance to just take this guy down. Which is good, because I'm just going to slash him to death. Yep, dead. This guy runs up. He thinks he's real clever. guess what? He's not real clever. Because this guy is going to mark him up, give me a nice crit chance, make it so I can hit him, and then just gonna have Slag go run up behind him and slash him to death, son. Oh, I might die. You know what? Gonna have to kill him. We need to kill him. We can't. I want to heal, but killing him is more important. But that's fine, because he's dead now. And that should more or less be the end of the mission, I think. I'm hoping. Because I don't think I've got it in me to go any farther.
Get in. Climb
All the way.
Then don't
40-second
look
floor,
down.
blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we have succeeded. We beat the mission. That's kind of missions go. They're generally pretty quick. Again, there's not too much depth to the combat, or really to what you're doing within the missions. Like, even hacking, it's just... You don't ever go in the Matrix. It's just, you've hacked the thing. Have access to it. It's not very exciting. Which is a real bummer. But whatever, what are you going to do? So we finish the mission, we go talk to Smedley. And be like, hey, that milk run was completely fucked up. Thanks, guy.
do apologize.
Dragons are not part of milk
Does
runs.
this have anything to do with...
I doubt it.
Do you know what happened?
Alright, so we're gonna skip past all this.
No one
They're
is
talking about
ever
dragons are bad, blah, 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 Shadowrun stuff. And for doing that, we got I think that's a hacking rig, some more Union, and some more Karma. So this is how you level up your character. There are no levels or classes or anything like that in Shadowrun. Well, in real Shadowrun, it's a different story. I mean, in Shadowrun Chronicles. Instead, you use Karma and Union, which you get from missions, to customize your guy. You spend Karma on character skills. You get 9 skills here. It's very limited compared to real Shadowrun, but what are you gonna do? And these are, your basic weapon types, hacking, rigging, summoning and spellcasting, and then mind and body, as well as the melee weapon types. What you would expect. So I've got 8. I'm going to spend it on blades. I've obviously put some work into blades. With this, I can improve my sprint distance so I can get a little farther. And go like that. And there's no restrictions here. You can put as much time into blades as you want, and then just at the last moment be like, no, fuck it. Put some points into blunt. Just if you feel like it. That's the sort of thing you can do. You can really spread those points out however you want. I think there is a way to reset them at some point. I'm not sure where. I do know whenever they've been rolling back the servers for whatever reason, they have been refunding people's points, which has been nice. So yeah, there's that. You're also equipping new weapons and stuff. Here's my gear. You can equip all sorts of stuff. Equip a hacking terminal here if I wanted to. Or a light fire pistol. It's actually a pretty decent one. Previous owner, Dark Carnage. So I guess somebody died on that mission. And then I get that. I get this back. Dark Carnage's Ares Lightfire 7OS of Assassination. This is a better weapon, I think. And I think I got it because somebody died on that run. That's kind of neat. So I've not seen that before. You're also equipping tactical items. Buster's old flamethrower. Here's an example of one. So I got a flamethrower now. Yeah, this is kind of how you're customizing your character. You're also getting armor. Armor does not affect cosmetics at all. It's just something that is there. You get a bit of extra bonus armor from that. It might reduce your movement or whatever, but that's how that works. But to change your cosmetics, you go into the cosmetics, and you got a whole bunch of stuff here. You saw I collected like hide boots in that last mission. I can now equip hide boots if I want to. Pretty basic. None of this stuff affects stats at all. It's all just cosmetics. So you can have a guy who looks all super beefy with the best armor in terms of look, but then have his actual armor be like nothing. That kind of stuff. What you're spending that money on, for the most part, though, is you are going to dealers, like Lady Luck here, to buy new weaponry, or new tactical items, or new armor, or new hacking gear, or new magic gear, or, most importantly, in my mind anyways, picking up cyberware. Cyberware is my favorite part of Shadowrun, real Shadowrun, in that it provides all sorts of cool passive bonuses. It really customizes your character, and it's the big differentiator between whether you're going sci-fi or fantasy. The more robot shit you install, the less magic stuff you can do, because it reduces your essence. All the magic stuff in this universe works on basically how much organic goo you have in your body, and the more parts of your body you are lopping off and replacing with cool robot shit means the less magic you can do. However, I am bummed out about the way this game does cyberware. It does it the same way that the first Shadowrun Returns did, which is that it just provides a stat bonus. There's no real perks you're getting from this, at least as far as I can tell. Some of this flavor text in tones that maybe, perhaps, possibly, it will provide you with some bonuses, but it seems like those bonuses are just better stats for things you can level up outside with just the, you know, the karma part, the karma points. Like, it's not actually really changing your character or providing you with new and interesting abilities. It's just extra stats, and that's a real bummer because it belittles the point of what cyberware within the actual universe of Shadowrun. But I guess, you know, it's a video game. There's only so much you can do with it within a mechanical setting. It's a bummer, but still, it's something you can buy. You can buy cyberware, equip it on your various parts. I've already got some cyber arms. I'm not gonna grab these because these are crappy cyber arms, and put them on your dude. They will change your physical appearance depending on what parts you equip. Like, I've got a head part as well, but you can't see it. And then, you know, that's kind of how that works. And then you talk to the doc, he'll install it. What else is there? That's kind of it for leveling up your character. You just kind of keep going on missions. Eventually, it's been very linear so far. Just mission to mission to mission. Same thing with the weapon progression. I mean, it's kind of just like, you don't find a bunch of different assault rifles. You will use, like, there's like 1 or 2 assault rifles, and then you will find the next version of that assault rifle, which is just that same assault rifle, but better stats, and it will kind of just go like that. So that's kind of a bummer. Again, it's a very simplified system, all things considered. It's kind of disappointing. Kind of real disappointing compared to just proper Shadowrun, and even the other Shadowrun video games that have come and gone. The Shadowrun Return series, obviously, is the point of reference I'm making there. Let's show one other thing, though, and that's making a new character, because there is something I think that's really cool here, and that's the amount of backgrounds they give you. It hasn't really looked to do anything so far, in terms of, like, giving you real dialogue choices or anything impacting the story, but they do give you a lot of cool stat bonuses. You can see here, like, by becoming a gearhead character, I get all this kind of stuff. This is as close as you get to classes, and it's just a whole bunch of these very Shadowrun-based backgrounds. Tribal youth, sorry, it's engineer. Tribal youth, or cursed wage mage, and they'll give you various bonuses, and they, you know, they give them good flavor text for it. I think that's pretty neat. You also get to choose your meta type, whether you're going to be, you know, which kind of fantasy race do you want to be, and they got all the proper fantasy races in there, all the ones you'd see in Shadowrun. Decent amount of options here on this stuff. Change your character portraits, whatever. And then you need to, again, name your character. I'm not actually using this character, so I'm just showing off the options, and it will just bring you in and give you a little introductory mission. And give you a little idea as to what Shadowrun means. Which is nice of them. I skipped past that entirely. Again, there's story here, I just don't think it's fantastic. You wake up in here, getting all wrecked up by dudes, and then you kill everybody, and you can leave. Anyways, we're not gonna do that. So that's Shadowrun Chronicles, Boston Lockdown. I know this is a short video, but I've already looked at this game, and to be frank, there's not really a ton in this game that's new and worth looking at. It's the very basic XCOM style combat system, which we've seen in plenty of games before. It works well enough. It does the job, but it's not very complex. And the leveling up stuff, like the basic way you're distributing karma and the weapons you're getting, it's all very, you know, 1 to 2 to 3. It's all very standard, very linear progression. There's not a lot of complexity in the way any of the mechanics work. It doesn't feel like anything you're getting really provides significant bonuses or perks. It's just it's a real bummer. This is a very cool setting, and I would have liked for them to do a bit more with it. But that said, I mean, it's a setting that's also notoriously hard to properly translate to a video game. And I get it. I get why it's the way it is. But I really would have liked for them to have, I don't know, done a bit more with it. It's probably asking for too much, but still. What can you do? Anyways, as always, I've been your host, Halfbeard. This has been Shadowrun Chronicles Boston Lockdown. It's like $40 on Steam, which is frankly too much, I think. Especially because there's then versions of that are like $70 and like $80 for deluxe editions. But whatever. And yeah, that's the thing with this game. So later, guys.
I don't remember.
I don't really have anything else to say about it. Bye.